So, I wanted to ask you something. Something that comes across our mind all the time, but we always ignore it.
Yeah.
Do we need school? I'm talking public school.
Oh,
No, yeah.
wait. You're talking about public school or college?
Both. Because you know what? Before I even lay that down for you, I want to just say this. Public school, you already know, was originally for farmers.
Yeah.
In college, most of the colleges actually in Massachusetts, I don't know if you know, was former slave plantations.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Yale was a former slave plantation. Harvard was a former slave plantation.
Harvard has a Klan chapter.
Yeah, Harvard, right? So,
That's why the chrism, right?
But the crazy thing is, black people want to go there. They see that as, oh, you know. So, do we need this shit? And is it disrespectful? You know, like, just go in. Do we need school? Do we need college?
Yes and no. And the reason why I say yes and no is it all depends on your field.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Everything's a book away. You could get a book on Amazon on how to do something, and you could be a master with practice in probably a few months or less. So no. As far as like public school, we don't need it. It's a conformity slaughterhouse.
All right. Because I would say that college and school is something those things we both don't need. As far as the black community.
Yeah, we don't.
Like, no matter what. Because you're saying yes and no. I'm wondering, why is it a yes?
For example, if you want to be a doctor, you definitely have to do 6 to 8 years of school.
But what's the chances of you becoming a doctor? If that white man sees your documentation, it says black, and do you believe that top hospital is going to hire you? Or is he going to hire that white man?
Yeah, because I'm in a position where I'm watched damn near 24/7.
So he'll hire you?
Yeah.
The top white doctor will hire you?
Yeah.
If you come out fresh out of college?
Yeah.
You out your mind.
I'm a doctor. I'm not anything that's really. I'm not in a position where I can really rebel. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, you can. You know how many doctors rebelled?
But you really don't hear about it. You don't hear about doctors rebelling.
Yes, man.
How often you hear it? No, seriously, how often do you...
Michael Moore made a whole documentary on it.
Michael Moore isn't a doctor.
But he made a whole I'm not talking about him being a doctor. He made a whole documentary on how doctors get paid bonuses.
Yeah.
Just to kill off somebody. Either for their organs, to save money for the hospital.
Yeah.
You can definitely hide some shit if you become you mean to tell me they won't think that you would, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to pay you them bonus checks to help your ass. So you really think they will pay your ass some bonus checks to help, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because once I'm in, think about it. It's like being in like a secret society if I was to be a doctor. Like once I'm in, yeah, they're gonna give me bonus checks as long as I keep my mouth shut, which most doctors do. For example, a lot of these doctors live relatively well without using pharmaceuticals.
Right.
But they have to tell the people that in order to keep them bonuses and all that.
But if they want to keep their hospital running, as far as I'm talking about running,
yeah.
In positions, we already know positions, you get higher and higher in your position as far as even being a doctor.
Yeah.
What's your chances of you becoming the CEO of that hospital as a black man?
1 out of 100,000. in all honesty.
So I'm gonna ask you again.
Yeah.
Do you believe that the hospital will hire a black man, the top hospital,
Yeah.
will hire a black man fresh out of college?
Yeah. He just won't level up.
He won't level up.
Yeah, he won't. He won't ever get to that point. Like you were saying, you know, he won't reach CEO. Like, how often do you hear that?
How often do you hear about black doctors as opposed to black unemployment men? Black unemployed men.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, as
How often do you hear about black men who's becoming doctors at top hospitals as opposed to black men who's unemployed?
I hear more about black men who's unemployed.
So I ask you again.
Yeah.
What's the chances of you actually getting hired as a, like, real talk, I'm not even being a smartass. What's the chances? Because if the unemployment rate for black men is higher than the white man, that means that white man's getting that job before you.
Yeah,
That's
course.
real talk. So, I mean...
But as far as a doctor, you need school to get in. That's what I'm saying. If you're in school to be a doctor, your chances of getting that, you know, doctor's gig is probably gonna be high. That's what I'm saying. Like, you came out of a minority. That's what I'm saying. There ain't much black male doctors out here like that. There isn't.
Why is that?
Why is that? Because a lot of black people, especially black males, don't like hospitals. So it's like, if we
You
don't
know,
like
that's a good point.
If we don't like hospitals, we're not gonna work there. So that's just,
See, I feel like we need to... I believe in what... And I'm not a Muslim,
yeah.
but I believe what Elijah Muhammad said. He said we need to get out of these schools and institutions and build for ourselves.
Yeah.
You don't believe that we need to build for ourselves and get out of this white man's institutions?
Yeah, I do.
So then how come you believe... But you just said you believe that we can go to school, though. Now you want to switch up. What happened?
No, I believe in certain fields you need school.
Okay.
Because we're not.
I agree, yeah.
We're not in a position where we have our own hospitals.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like, if we was at that position, I'd be like, no school if we have our own teaching that. But you don't have black men out here who's giving free courses who's teaching, like, doctor-related stuff.
Now that's something too. Why you think? Yeah, it's funny you said that. Why you think there's like why you think there's no like former doctors or former U.S. military men that's out here in these black communities and that's saying, yo, calm on that down? How come he ain't bringing his team of vets and saying or something, or even teaching the urban community of black people like, yo, you know, let me teach you how to become a scientist. Let me teach you genetics. Let me bring over my stuff over so you can learn this. Let me teach you how to shoot a gun or something like that, so you can protect your neighborhood.
I mean, it's obvious. They feel that they're better than their people. On some level, a lot of our people's in worthless competition with each other. Everyone's trying to outdo each other instead of having this mentor-like view. Like, for example, if you learn how to read, you should teach the next man how to read. We don't have that mentality in our communities. Once we learn how to read, we just want to get the hell away from the next brother because we feel like we was elevated. And this all comes down to, you know, self-hate on some level. Because no matter, listen, a lot of these black dudes in high positions, they deal with self-hate. They just up their position. They deal with self-hate. Because
you're saying that the top CEO black man, like for example Russell Simmons, he's dealing with self-hate?
Yeah, most likely. Because
how can you now? A person might be watching this reply and saying, "Yo, this nigga is tripping. No way, he got all this money, he got all these hoes. How can he have self-hate?"
Because a lot of our people have self-hate, and we don't get help. It's the truth. We never got no psychological help or just self-help in general.
Do you believe we equate material items to economic gain?
Yeah, of course. A guy who wears Jordans feels like he's worth $1,000 more than his next man.
Do you believe that come from slavery? Because in slavery, it was the same way. The house slave
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just more on a subconscious level. And this goes back to schooling, because as far as like what you was asking about public schools, what's glorified in public schools? Being the fly kid instead of being a resourceful kid.
Right.
That's why we don't need it, because it's just reinforcing our self-hate.
Right. Now somebody was saying we need it because you know, it can help us be more social around people.
No, that's a lie.
Okay.
You know how that's a lie? Because there's been cities since forever, and there was a time when everything you learned was from at home. So if there was cities, and in order to build a city, it has to be some level of a social connection.
That's
period.
true.
You know? For example, there would be like an African village, right? But those kids don't go to school. But they operate like a family. So does school really help you need to be social or socially engineered? We really got kids out here, bro, that really think school helps them be more social.
Right.
But as soon as that kid leaves school and they separate from each other, and then let's say they was to cross paths, they wouldn't say nothing to each other.
Right.
But a village in Africa, right? With, okay, 250 people, right? Everyone knows each other, but none of them went to school. Everyone knows each other. It's like their family. Remember the term, it takes a village to raise a child?
Yep.
Well, in that case, it's true. School's not a village. It's only one aspect of it.
Now, is school socially engineering you, because you said social engineering.
Yeah.
Socially engineering you to become what?
To become a worker.
Whew.
That's what they want you to.
Okay.
I've had relatives tell me this. I just want you to have a good job. I just want you to have a good job.
But they don't tell you what?
I've never been told I want you to own.
Woo! Y'all heard that? Say that one more time. You haven't heard what? Because this is.
Tell me they just want me to get a good paying job instead of actually owning a business. So it's like,
man, y'all parents need to get on y'all job.
They just want me to make $70,000 a year and just live life. And don't get me wrong, you know, money, you need money, you know, to get certain things, you know, done as far as like your goals and everything. But a lot of people have it misinterpreted. Money is not everything. It's not. Because, what's his name? Warren Buffett. You know what he said?
What?
He said, the more you learn, the more you make.
Whew.
So, if you're not learning on your own actively, if you're not learning on your own actively, right, then you won't, you will always be at a certain level. Another thing people get twisted is they equate working hard with working smart.
Right.
That's why I say about school socially engineering you. They engineer you to be a worker, which creates an ant mentality.
Right.
Ants work extremely hard, but bees are more effective. Now, why are bees more effective? Simply because everyone knows their position, right?
Right.
But they work smarter. For example, they fertilize different kinds of plants instead of one set of plants. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
They fertilize flowers, multiple different kinds of species of flowers instead of just one, because it's working smarter. The more they do that, the more it fertilizes everything and the more honey they can make. Ants, on the other hand, even though they are effective animals, they're not as effective as bees.
Right.
Most people want you to work hard to just make $70,000 a year, just to have a good job. They want you to work hard as far as, you know, getting a good job.
Right.
But what about working smarter? People don't think like that. You gotta work smarter. School doesn't teach you how to work smarter. It teaches you how to work hard. for example, in high school, instead of preparing you for the real world, they tell you some crap like, you gotta stay in your seat and you can't go to the bathroom.
Right, like you an animal.
So, in senior year, right, you gotta make a huge, you gotta ask, a month before graduating, you have to ask to take a piss. You gotta ask to take a piss, right? But on as far as in school, you have to ask to use the bathroom. But after school, before the last few months, you gotta make the biggest decision of like your young life. Isn't that mentally twisted?
Right though. That makes no sense. Now that right there, I think you just showed how it's socially engineered.
Yeah.
To just listen. We only get up when the boss says so, or the teacher. Instead of it being a boss, it'll be a teacher.
Yeah.
So that's interesting you said that.
And a lot of people, they have this fake it till you make it mentality.
Yeah.
Bruh, I'm telling you right now, money doesn't make you a completely different person. It amplifies who you are.
Right.
If you was a quiet type before money, you're most likely gonna be even quieter.
Yeah.
It just amplifies who you are. If you was an intelligent person when you was poor, you're probably gonna be a lot more smarter because you're rich. Because you have to maneuver better.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Everything's about working smarter. But most people, they're told, they're indoctrinated and whatnot, you have to get a good job. You will never make it unless you get a good job. You will never make it unless you go to college. School is very important. Especially, my family has a Caribbean background. They push it, twice as hard.
Yeah.
So, another thing to ask. You gotta ask them this. Can you be successful without school?
Yes, you can.
Debate over.
Yes, you can.
You can.
So therefore, yeah, you're right.
You don't need it. If you can be successful without it, you don't need it. That's it. Like, period.
That was pretty good. I kind of like how you did that. Yep. A lot of people who come across as like feeling like they need school, half the time they don't even know what they want to be. So in order to try to hide the fact that they don't know what they want to be, but they're so smart, they have to hurry up and go through school. They got to go through college. They feel like, let me just do college because, you know what I'm saying, I don't really know what I want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and a lot of times they don't even become half the shit that they say they was going to become. You know what I'm saying? So,
Also, back to what you were saying, like, as far as, like, they don't know what they want to become, that's a perfect example. They really don't. Because most people end up in life having regrets. For example, a lot of people need to understand there's a difference between what you're good at versus your calling in life.
Right.
For example, you was a rapper a few years ago. You was nice. I ain't gonna front. You was dope. But at the same time, though, you wasn't taking it seriously like you was the BLACKBOOKT.V thing.
Oh shit, BLACKBOOKT.TV, nigga.
You wasn't.
Alright.
You have what, over 20 videos out now?
Almost.
Almost 20. I don't remember 20 tracks from you.
Yo, that's real. That's real though. That's real, right?
I mean, you came off on all of them. But...
Yeah, I feel,
And you was doing this rapping thing for how long?
7 years.
7 years, bro. You have more videos in under a year than tracks in 7 years.
That's true.
So a lot of these people, I do feel they're good with, academics and, school-related stuff. But that's not their calling in life.
Right.
And America, the way America's set up, anybody can make money. That's the point of capitalism.
Right.
So do you need one set of ways, to go to school? Now, with that being said, if you want to go to a trade school, I'm all for it. Trade school just wasn't for me.
Right.
But if you want to go to a trade school, those schools really help. But as far as this regular college stuff, you're just wasting your time.
Yeah.
Like, you're just racking up credits, and then, you know, after you're done, you get a big celebration, everyone's on your nuts, but then you're struggling to get a $10 an hour job.
Because you're overqualified for the job you try to train for.
Yeah.
That sucks, bro.
So what's better?
I would say...
Build?
Yeah, build your own shit. Yup.
Build or be under someone else's building.
Right.
Build your own building or be under someone else's building.
Now, what do you want to build, personally?
I'm trying to build a conglomerate.
Oh, shit.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Alright, well, you know, BLACKBOOKT.V's by your side.
Yeah.
So you already know. If you know, once you start doing your shit, best believe, man, I'm right by your side. You already know. So, again, bro, you know, good job, bro. You know what I mean? You know what you be talking about. But next time we meet, Rephaiah, it's not gonna be by yourself no more.
Yeah, of course. I'm ready.
You know, because people are gonna want to see you put your challenge, you know, put your intelligence against somebody.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna want to see if you up there. So you already know, bro. You know. I mean, it's Rephaiah, man. BLACKBOOKT.V, man. Peace.